Imagine this. You book a charming little vacation to a picturesque town named Venedic, a place where cobblestone streets wind through ancient buildings, where history whispers from every corner. Sounds perfect, right? Well, here's where it gets chilling. I arrived in Venedic one crisp autumn evening. The air was cool, the leaves painted in shades of gold and red. It was like stepping into a postcard. I checked into a quaint bed and breakfast owned by an elderly couple. They were sweet, almost too sweet. The first night was uneventful. I explored the town, ate at a local bistro, and marveled at the medieval architecture. But as I returned to my room, I began to feel uneasy. It started with a faint, almost imperceptible tapping sound coming from the wall. I brushed it off, blaming the old building. The next day, I visited a local museum. An old curator with tired eyes approached me. He asked if I was staying at the bed and breakfast. When I nodded, his face went pale. He warned me to be careful and avoid the attic at all costs. I laughed it off, thinking he was just an eccentric old man. That night, the tapping grew louder. It was rhythmic, almost like a heartbeat. Thump, thump, thump. Sleep was impossible. I tossed and turned, my mind racing. Suddenly, I heard a creak. The attic door, which I hadn't noticed before, was ajar. Curiosity got the best of me. I climbed the creaky stairs, each step echoing in the silence. The air grew colder, thicker. When I reached the attic, I was met with an overwhelming sense of dread. Dim light from a single bulb revealed old dusty furniture and a large ornate mirror. I approached the mirror, drawn to it. My reflection stared back at me, but something was wrong. My reflection smiled. I wasn't smiling. It slowly raised a hand and waved. Terrified, I stumbled backward, tripping over an old trunk. Suddenly, the attic door slammed shut. I was trapped. The tapping returned, louder, more insistent. Thump, thump, thump. My reflection began to laugh, a sound that echoed through the attic, chilling me to the bone. In a panic, I pounded on the door, screaming for help. Just as I thought I would lose my mind, the door flew open. The elderly couple stood there, their faces solemn. They led me downstairs without a word. I left Venedic the next morning, never looking back. To this day, I can't explain what happened in that attic. But one thing's for sure, Venedic isn't just a charming town. It's a place where history isn't just remembered, it's alive.